Hey everybody, this is Derik, and welcome to Ludia Presents, where we take a look at everything related to Dynamics 365, Power Platform, and artificial intelligence. In this video, we're going to continue our series exploring the capabilities of Copilot in Dynamics 365. Today, we're going to focus on how Copilot can be used in Dynamics 365 customer service. We'll start with walking through some configuration, and then we'll show you how agents can actually use Copilot inside the application. So before we see Copilot in action, let's take a look at how you would configure it inside Dynamics 365 customer service. So in the customer service admin center, if you go to productivity, you'll see two key areas available for Copilot. You'll see Copilot Help Pane and you'll see summaries. So the Copilot Help Pane is where the agents are really going to see all of the different suggestions, where they're going to be able to ask questions. This is ultimately where they're going to do a lot of the primary interacting with Copilot. Summaries is going to be more along the line of, I want to be able to provide case summaries or conversation summaries based upon what we've done with that customer. Now, in this case, we're going to just go ahead and we're going to hit Manage next to Copilot Help Pane. And this is going to allow us to go ahead and opt in. So we're just going to go ahead and agree to the terms, and then we'll go ahead and we'll opt in. Once you opt into Copilot, now you'll have the ability to start going through and doing some of the configuration related to it. So the first thing that you're going to see in here is, where do we want to make this available? So as we're going in and working with it, first thing we decide is we do want to make it available to agents, but then we also have the ability to determine whether or not we want the AI to be available during like chat sessions or email responses. So as we're working with customers and we're actually accessing some of those pieces of information, we want to go ahead and make this available for customer chat, and we also want to make this available for email. So then this way, if we ever want to create or craft responses using Copilot, we would have the ability to do so. Now, the other thing that you're going to see in here with Copilot is a lot of the information that's going to be surfaced, or a lot of the information that's going to be generated and given to the agent, is going to come from internal resources, particularly in customer service, from the knowledge base. And so what this is going to do is this is going to search your organization's knowledge base. Once it searches your organization's knowledge base, any article that is currently active and published will be available to be displayed in the results coming back from Copilot. In addition to that, if you want to add any additional web address information, like for example, maybe there's a public-facing site that you want to be able to include that actually has a variety of knowledge base information, you would have the ability to include all of that as you're working through. In this case, we're just going to go ahead and hit Save and Close. Now, keep in mind that when you first make these changes, and particularly when you turn it on from a knowledge article perspective, it can take up to 24 hours for the system to go through and actually identify all the knowledge articles and have them available to be able to show up in searching. Now, the other area that you have in here is for summaries. So for summaries, this is really, do you want to provide case summaries or conversation summaries? So if you're working with omni-channel and you wanted to have any case information be summarized, this is where we could go ahead and facilitate that. By turning on case summaries, this is now going to allow us to summarize case information based upon activities, information, and items that have been defined within there. So let's take a look at how Copilot can be used to assist agents in resolving issues. So in this situation, we have a customer who's engaged with us via chat. As the agent working with this person, I have easy access to all of their information, such as who the customer was that submitted the issue. In this case, I'm just going to respond back to them. So they tell us that there seems to be an issue with the frother on their machine not working. So as an agent, I'm going to go ahead and create a new case, and I'm going to type in that this is a problem for fourth coffee. And a new case will be created and opened in the same session. Now from here, this is where I can start to use Copilot. So this is where Copilot can become very handy. Copilot has access to all of my internal knowledge articles, as well as all the detailed information just inside the cases that we've opened. And so when I go into here and I actually do a search for whatever it is that I'm looking for, Copilot's going to have a vast area of knowledge that it can pull from. So in this case, I'm going to say, how do I solve when a frother is not working? So what Copilot's going to do is it's going to go through all of those different knowledge articles and different elements, and it's going to identify for us any potential articles or information that it has that could potentially solve this issue for us. And so one of the nice things that you'll see here is I have a complete step-by-step item that has been brought in. It tells me exactly how to solve this on a Smart Brew 3000. It tells me how to remove the old one, how to install the new one, how to go through the process of testing it. And one of the nice things is, because I am in an active conversation with the customer, I don't have to copy and paste all this information into the chat. I actually have a variety of different options where I can actually send this to the customer, or if I choose, I can actually edit the information that was put into here, modify it a little bit to fit my specific needs, and then I can send that to the customer. This is just one of the ways that Copilot can minimize the amount of time that an agent needs to spend not only researching, but typing information to be able to send that to a customer. With just a few short clicks, I was able to identify the information and then quickly send that information to the customer. Now, if you ever want to verify where that information is coming from, I also have the ability to do check sources. And this is going to go out and tell you all the areas that it searched to arrive at this information. So it obviously found this from a knowledge article, but if there was other content that was sitting kind of outside Dynamics, it would have that information defined within there as well. So let's look at another way that Copilot can help save agents time when working through tasks. Now, in this scenario, a customer has reached out via email. The agent has the ability to open that email in a new session. As we open that email in a new session, I now have the ability to start allowing Copilot to be able to help us more efficiently communicate with that customer. Now, one of the first things that you'll notice is because I opened the email, Copilot immediately went over and said, hey, I'm guessing you want to send an email to this customer. What type of email are you looking for? Are you looking for an email that suggests a call, requests a little bit more information, maybe a more empathetic email with feedback for that customer, or maybe an email that helps to resolve that customer's issue? So we're going to say in this case, we want to resolve this customer's issue. So this is going to go out and it's going to look through all different elements of items that we have within the system, and it's going to come back with a suggested email based upon those items. And so in here, it's going into our knowledge articles, just like we saw within the previous example, and it's now going through and telling us exactly how to rectify a situation where we're having a problem with the tank heater, because it was able to identify in the text of the email that the water tank on their smart brew is having some issues. And so here it was able to tell us exactly how to facilitate that and be able to bring that information in. I hope you enjoyed our look into how Copilot can be used with Dynamics 365 customer service. This is just the tip of the iceberg. As more and more features are released, we want to become your one-stop shop for everything related to Dynamics 365 and Copilot. So please subscribe to our channel to be updated anytime we release new content. For all of us here at Ludia Consulting, this is Derik saying thanks everybody, take care, and have a good one.